Hello folks, welcome to round 16 of Squad Strike Amiibo Draft League Season 5. 3 rounds remain to the regular season. So, with 3 rounds left, that means the playoff race is getting tighter and tighter. 4 teams have clinched a playoff spot: Ottawa, the Time Zone Squad, the Diddle Burritos, and JG Wentworth. All 4 of those teams will be in the postseason. As for eliminations, we did see the eliminations of Carbon Show's team, Grand Army Republic, the Critical Crashers, and Miami 69ers last night. Sorry, not last night, but 2 nights ago. So, the round 16 schedule will get started here with the Novas versus Buffalo. Novas, they are a few wins away from clinching a playoff slot. They cannot clinch this round, but maybe in the next round, if they win here, they possibly could. Buffalo, they are currently the 2nd team out of a playoff slot right now. If we double check those standings real quick, take a look real quick. Right now for Buffalo currently sits at the number 14 seed with a 6-9 record. They do have that +1 differential, meaning if them and Toronto possibly sneak in, we'll see what happens. However, Buffalo is a team that could possibly face elimination in this round too. We'll discuss that in a little bit. But as for the games today, we'll have the Novas at Buffalo, Time Zone Squad at Miami. We will see JG Wentworth at the Fantasy Feed Enthusiasts. Fantasy Feed Enthusiasts are on a slide once again in the second half of the season. Can they bounce back again? We saw the bounce back last season where they won a playoff series against Amiibo Engage. We'll see what happens here with this retooled roster. Mid-Class Nation at Bastion, that's going to be a game for them. Ottawa, the number 1 seed entering this round, will go on the road at the Cinnamon Splitters, who face elimination. Toronto at Carbon Show's team. Toronto is the first team out in the playoff picture right now. 7-8 record, -3. Toronto has won 4 games in a row, so we'll see what happens there. Then, the Ditto Burritos versus Amiibo Engage. That's going to be a fun one. We will see the Chaos Corp, who overcame the first ever 1 versus 4 comeback as Nachos got 4 KOs against Detroit. He was the last Amiibo remaining. Got rid of Failnot, so it was up to Bloodflame to finish the job. Bloodflame couldn't finish the job, so it went down to Coming At Ya. Couldn't finish the job, and Herobrine, it came down to Herobrine, and he couldn't finish either. We'll talk more about that when we get there. We'll see the Chaos Corp on the road at the Natsuki Lovers. Then, it's going to be the Critical Crashers at Grand Army Republic. 2 teams already eliminated, at this point just fighting for draft position. We'll see Green Bay versus Detroit. The loser of that game can potentially be eliminated in this round. Detroit, they blew that 4 versus 1 lead to the Chaos Corp last round. And to close things off, it's going to be a fun one. The 456 Squadron at Your Worst Nightmare. Both teams, 9-6 records, 68 and 67 KOs respectively. 456 is +12 in the differential, trying to possibly chase a top 4 seed. Your Worst Nightmare, +4, finally jumped up in the standings, folks. Your Worst Nightmare had been stagnant at that number 10 seed for the last couple of rounds, but they jump up to number 8 entering this round. So, as mentioned, there are some possible playoff clinching and elimination scenarios. We'll start in the clinch department. So, the Chaos Corp. We saw that comeback last round, and it pays off because in this round right here, the Chaos Corp, if they defeat the Natsuki Lovers, or if Toronto falls to Carbon Show's team, the Chaos Corp will be in the playoffs. We also have potential clinch scenarios for the Novas, Mid-Class Nation, and Amiibo Engage in this round, so scratch what I said about that. So, the Novas, Mid-Class, Amiibo Engage, if they win their respective games against their respective opponents, and we see a loss from Toronto, they will be in the playoffs. The winner of the 456 Squadron versus Your Worst Nightmare can also clinch a playoff slot if and only if Toronto also loses. On the elimination side, the Boston Brawlers can be eliminated this round with a loss, or if the Fantasy Feed Enthusiasts and the Natsuki Lovers both win. Fantasy Feed Enthusiasts, they're going to be hosting JG Wentworth, who's on a 9-game win streak. Natsuki Lovers, they host the Chaos Corp. The Cinnamon Splitters and Buffalo Amiibashers can both be eliminated, but it requires 3 conditions: a loss, a feat win, and a Natsuki Lovers win. So it's a 3 type of scenario deal for those teams, and as mentioned, the loser of Green Bay versus Detroit can also be eliminated if and only if we see wins from both the Fantasy Feed Enthusiasts and the Natsuki Lovers. With all that said, all that done, folks, welcome to round 16 of the Squad Strike Amiibo Draft League. We apologize for our late broadcast. Originally, this was going to be postponed to Tuesday, but then I started feeling better, so I was like, let me get some food, let me get some tea. In fact, let's get a sip of that drink real quick. And let's get started with round 16 of the Squad Track Amiibo Draft League. Hello folks, it's the Novas versus the Buffalo Amiibashers. We have Diabels, meh, it's him, Valorex, and A+ to me, versus the Job, I don't love you, Donkers, Low, and the Farm. One team can clinch a playoff slot this round, the other can be eliminated. We just mentioned those scenarios, let's hop straight to it. It's him is one of the amiibo in the very tight MVP race right now, enters this round with 21 KOs, one behind Papaya who leads the league. Can It's him make more to his resume on the MVP race, and will we see the record get broken this season set by Pancakes 2 seasons ago? We'll find out as the leadoffs are Diabels versus the Job. Down smash from Falco into an up smash. Diabels, she's been struggling this season. Already gonna be 52, 60%. She is off stage. The Job, he and JG Wentworth Pantwan had. Oh, that is not a 0 to death quite yet. I thought that was going to be a 0 to death from the forward smash. It is not a 0 to death quite yet, as the Job has yet to take any damage. Okay, there's 2 up tilts. It's going to be a back throw now from Diabels. She tries going off stage, 83 to 32. What we were going to mention is that the Job and Pantwan had KO'd each other. The Job was originally KO'd first. No, the Job had gotten rid of Pantwan, getting the leadoff win, but then there's a forward smash right there. There's a leadoff win for the Job, but the Job had died post-mortemly last round. This time, he's able to survive. It's 18 to 73 right now. Back air, meh, out for the Novas. We'll see 34 to 93 as the Job is off stage. He's going to come back on. 34 to 93 right now. We are going to see up air from the purple Pikmin. 34 to 112. It's a back throw here from meh. It's going to be down air. It's the weak down air, but the Job, he is going to fall short. I don't love you comes out for Buffalo right now. It's going to be a down smash here. 59 to 0 right now. 73 to 0. We are going to see the Gordo not land. It's Gordo stuck on the stage. If I don't love you can capitalize, but I don't think he will. It's 73 to 45 right now. We see the Gordo right there hitting meh. He's at 112. It's 112 to 62. We see up air, another up air. King Deity at 84% right now. 112 to 84. 112 to 97. It's 112 to 107. Can this Olimar get a second KO? This Olimar was also involved in some shenanigans last round. We saw a DBZ between him and Agent P of the Boston Brawlers when the Novas were in Boston last round. It's 131 to 109. Forward throw here. We'll get rid of the Olimar. So it's him. It's him. Penguhr's Dr. Mario entering this round 21. Make it. Not yet 22. We're waiting for I Don't Love You to come back on. He comes back on safely at 149. This forward throw right here. Still not going to be enough. It's him trying to chase his 22nd KO of the regular season. It's a record-breaking season already for him. Gonna be 20 to 165 as the Dr. Mario comes back onto the stage. So it's DD, but that's a high. That's gonna get punished, and it's him. It's him. 22 KO so far this season in the career season for him. Popo, Nana, separated here for Donkers. It's 3 versus 3, 55 to 17 in terms of percent. We see dash attack, we see up air. It's him trying to come back onto the stage. He goes high, forward tilt, the pill, attempting to separate the ice climbers, does not work. It's 101 to 31. It's him comes in low, it's a jab, it's a forward tilt. Does It's him have the angle? He gets hit by the pill, and he falls short. So it's him, only going to get 1 KO this round. That has been the trend for a bunch of these MVP candidates lately, and that forward smash is going to get rid of Popo, and the Nana able to come back on. This is a Nana leading Ice Climbers, but now it's going to be solo Nana. Say it with me, solo Nana. 0 to 97 right now. They have Valorex out. He got the KO on Popo, but unfortunately those don't count towards the stats yet, so he needs to get rid of Nana. And there it is. 2 versus 2 as Penguhr's Hero Low coming out for Buffalo right now. Got to be 28 to 22. Just a reminder, folks, if the Novas win and Toronto loses, the Novas will clinch a postseason berth. However, with that loss for Buffalo, if they lose and we see wins from Natsuki and Feet, then Buffalo would be eliminated from the playoffs. It is 79 to 25 right now as Buffalo needs this win. Gotta be 95 to 25 here. We see 66 mana available for this hero. He has Valorex at 107, only at 34, and they're still to buy left in the back. Let's see if Buffalo can maintain this small lead they have. 120 to 34. Low comes back onto the stage, going low. It's gonna be a side B, but a parry into a forward smash. It's gonna be a 1 versus 2 for A+ to me. we really do need to fix that nickname, because that's like on the old tier list back when this was considered A+ and below. The current tiers right now considered B+. The A+ tiers right now is like what used to be S back when we started this league. It is 45, 56, 79 to 56 as A+ to B comes back onto the stage. We're going to see down air, not land quite yet. That was an on stage just for shield damage. 79, 90 to 56. Back air to keep low off of her. Got to be 90 to 68. Forward smash will miss from this byleth. 100 to 68. Side special right here. Buffalo's going to get the win with that side B. And they're going to win this game 5 to 3. The Buffalo Amiibashers will not be eliminated this round. They stay alive as they improve their record to 7 and 9. Look at that, folks. It was going to be some beautiful back and forth action, but low. He puts his foot on the gas pedal, he gets 2 KOs, and that wins it for the Buffalo Amiibashers as they're going to advance to a 7 and 9 record. 2 rounds remaining to the regular season. We'll see what Buffalo can do in these next 2 games as to finish the season. Buffalo goes on the road next to Miami, and then they host the Boston Brawlers. 2 teams with losing records. Buffalo has an easy stretch to finish the season. If they can rack back-to-back wins, they could possibly finish, let's see, they would finish 9 and 9, and with the differential, maybe sneak into one of those playoff slots. We'll see. As for the Novas, they cannot clinch a playoff berth this round with the loss, so they're going to have to wait until the next round most likely. We'll see what the Novas can do in the next round as the Novas will finish off their season. They are going to be playing JG Wentworth in round 17 and then Ottawa. Oh dear, that's going to be a tough final 2-game stretch for the Novas. Defending champions, but ultimately we'll see if the Novas can split one of those 2 games. That JG Wentworth is on a win streak that is so long that I believe the win streak has lasted for the last time these 2 teams played each other. Let me check. When did these 2 teams last play each other? That was back in, let's see, JG Wentworth versus the Novas. That happened back in, let's see, Nova versus JG Wentworth. That was, let's see, trying to find real quick. That was back in round 10. So yeah, this win streak has been on for so long for JG Wentworth that they actually got a win over the Novas during said streak. Alright, that's going to do it for this first game, folks. Let's get that screenshot real quick. When we come back to the Squad Strike Amiibo Draft League, we're going to have the Time Zone Squad versus Miami. Miami already eliminated. They can just play spoiler at this point. As for the Time Zone Squad, it's a 2-game skid for the team that once had 8 wins in a row. Let's see if the Time Zone Squad can get a bounce back here.
Squad Strike.
Welcome back to the Squad Strike Amiibo Draft League for the second match of the night. I forgot to load the last Amiibo, let's bring that in real quick. Galzo, hello, welcome. It's gonna be the Time Zone Squad versus Miami as we have Sidon, AI Sonic, Haim, Pancakes, and Crony for the Time Zone Squad versus Vengeance, Yamcha, Sub-Zero, Lil Nas X, and Galzo. So, on the left side is the Time Zone Squad. They are currently the number 2 seed right now, but the Time Zone Squad has lost back-to-back games. Those back-to-back losses were against Buffalo and Your Worst Nightmare. Buffalo, they play better than the record right now. They are barely outside the playoff picture. Your Worst Nightmare, currently the 8th seed entering this round. The tape here did not work for the Time Zone Squad, as the Time Zone Squad is going to be on the road for, I believe, the second game in a row. Let me see how many road games Time Zone Squad got left. They got one more road game after this, but the Time Zone Squad does have a tough one in the next round against Ditto Burritos. For now, Time Zone Squad versus Miami. I don't know if I mentioned already, but Miami's roster is Vengeance, Yamcha, Sub-Zero, Lil Nas X, and Galzo. The leadoffs are going to be Sidon versus Vengeance. And that down throw from Miami into a forward air, neutral air, that's going to put Sidon at 21. Miami is already eliminated from postseason contention, so they're just going to play their final 3 games, then try to reassess what happens in the next season. Going to be 33-48 as Vengeance comes onto the stage. We see the forward tilt. It is 40-64, 40-75. Lucario, it's slightly back and forth, more just, oh, that forward smash could have killed. Instead, Lucario with that grab. Smart decision from the rookie. 77-89 as we see down smash missing. It's going to be down tilt from Lucario. 91-90 right here. Side B, that's going to have Sidon off stage. He comes back, but with some up B damage. It's 108 each right now. We see up smash right here, and Sidon gets that leadoff win. It's going to be Yamcha coming out right now, as imagine if Sidon had played a full season instead of splitting reps with Nokotan. Do you think Sidon would be in the contention for best leadoff this season? It's going to be 12-7 right now, as Sidon did get KO'd. AI Sonic out right now. Did not produce a KO in the loss to Your Worst Nightmare in the previous round. It is 51-16. We see the back air, 51-22. It's going to be out of parry, forward tilt, down smash. Yamcha trying to get a second KO here, but a side B has Yamcha off stage. Into that bomb, it's going to miss, 82-50 right now, and Yamcha is getting closer to that KO punch. He has it, and look at that. AI Sonic, he's used 2 feathers so far in this game. It's going to be KO punch right there from Yamcha. That's 2 KOs, and now Haim is going to come out. So in back-to-back games, AI Sonic will not produce a KO, but that's Yamcha falling short. 3 versus 3 as a percent damage, only 6. It's going to be Haim trying to come back onto the stage. Flare Blitz right there will not land. It's going to be 45-0 as Haim onto the stage, remains as a Charizard. Down air, back onto the stage, 45-14. He is on, but a forward throw. Haim struggling to come even onto the stage. It is 84-14. Whoa, no. I thought Sub-Zero was going to self-destruct for a second, but instead we see Haim switching to the Squirtle, and that forwarder right there, not going to be enough quite yet, but maybe at a higher percent, this Squirtle could get the KO. It's 126-33 right now. Haim, Squirtle, back onto the stage. It's 120-45. Side B not going to land. Forward air. This Squirtle trying to get those quick moves out to out-damage Sub-Zero. He is playing better against this Richter than what Haim was doing with the Charizard. 128-76. We see the cross. It's a switch to Ivysaur. It's a forward air. If Ivysaur goes off stage's right angle and instead he'll be KO'd, it's going to be Pancakes coming out. The Season 3 MVP coming out for the Time Zone Squad now. It's down to him and Crony, who currently lead the team in KOs. Gotta be 0-125 as Sub-Zero, forward tilt. He will survive for now, but will he come back onto the stage? He will fall short. 2 versus 2 is now Lil Nas X, the #1 overall pick in the Season 4 draft, coming out for Miami. It is 17-27, 38, 52-26, 52-40 as Lil Nas X was racking up some damage onto the MVP, the former MVP. It is 52-64. That Gordo has Nax X off stage. He'll come back on. 52-79 as we see forward tilt, 52-85. That Gordo's gonna hit. It won't be enough, I don't think. He'll come back onto the stage. It is 52-114. But now that's a second KO for Pancakes. And Galzo is gonna have a 1 versus 2 for Miami. Gonna be 52-19, 52-27. The Time Zone Squad needs this comeback win soon. Sorry, not a comeback win, but a bounce back win. FC Pancakes 6-7, 70 to 39 right now. Up throw, up air. That will not fully charge Gengalzo's Arsene meter as it's about to come out soon. Let's see if Pancakes can finish the job before it comes. There's Arsene. Pancakes 105, Gengalzo 72. It's gonna be dash attack 121 to 72. Side B, Pancakes off stage, still trying to come back on. Forward air, it's 138 to 86 right now. It's Gengalzo a little bit of stalling, and there's the up smash right there. Pancakes and a bounce back win for the Time Zone Squad is gonna get 3 knockouts as the Time Zone Squad wins this 5-3. Crony will not need to appear in this game as Pancakes, that he is showing why he is the former MVP. 1, 2, 3 KOs against Miami, getting rid of Sub-Zero, Lonex X, and Gengalzo. So that's going to increase Pancakes' lead on the Time Zone Squad for the KO crown between the team. Crony not going to appear here. We'll see if the Time Zone Squad does make a change though regarding AI Sonic, who is not producing KO in back-to-back games. He enters the season top 10 all-time in KOs. He's had a pretty solid run, but we'll see if the Time Zone Squad does make any changes, as coming up in the next round, they have a tough one. They face the Ditto Burritos they're going to host the Ditto Burritos though, so it is the home game for the Time Zone Squad. Doesn't really matter though, both teams do play on Omega Form stages, just home atmosphere, home crowd, all that. Going to be a tough one as the Ditto Burritos. The Time Zone Squad, historically, they don't have a good history against the Ditto Burritos. I'm sorry. They've been swept both times the Time Zone Squad has been into the playoffs. They've been swept by the Ditto Burritos, and the Time Zone Squad, they're in the playoffs for the 3rd time, but I don't think they're going to get swept by the Ditto Burritos this time, or at least not in the 2nd round if the zone can get a bye, because I think the Ditto Burritos are also on pace to get a bye, but this could be a playoff preview for maybe a semifinals or even a finals matchup, depending on what happens here. But alright. After that, the Time Zone Squad, they'll finish their season in Detroit, facing the Red Wings, who's just, they're not really playing to their potential. That plus they blew a massive lead in the previous round. We'll see what Detroit does, as leadoff has been the big struggle for the team. Dandori, definitely an improvement over what Dekobab was doing the first half, but still. We'll talk more about Detroit when we get to their game. Detroit is the 2nd last game for the night. As for Miami, this loss is going to bump them down to 4-12, as Miami, at this point, we'll see what Miami does want to do to possibly advance their draft positioning. This team had originally started off 2-0 before a big losing streak, and just, they really haven't been the same since that round 3 loss. Alright, that's going to do it for this game right here. Pancake gets 3 KOs and a 5-3 win for the Time Zone Squad. When we come back, we're going to have a fun one. JG Wentworth, 9-game win streak for the team, trying to make it a double-digit win streak against the Fantasy Feed Enthusiast, who's on a little bit of skid these last couple of rounds. The Squad Strike Amiibo Draft League will resume shortly on the 1 AM channel.
Squad strike.
Welcome back to the Squad Strike Amiibo Draft League. For the third match of the night, we have JG Wentworth against the Fantasy Feet Enthusiast. So, as things stand right now, JG Wentworth, they currently control a top 4 seed, which could get them a first round bye in the playoffs. JG Wentworth has already clinched a spot into the postseason. It'll be their first postseason existence in franchise history, only season 2 for this team, as they surprisingly kept the same core around. Both of their draft picks were asked to lead the league during the offseason, so they weren't able to rely on any rookies. Just the acquisition of Slime God helped, plus a breakout season training Tatum, even if Pantwan did regress a little bit compared to last season. Let's see. This team right now currently standing at 8-11-4, holding the 4 seed, 67 KOs, 6-7. I'm sorry, we're gonna see a bunch of 6-7s. Like, let's see who has 6-7. Burritos, Wentworth, Your Worst Nightmare. Yeah, just those 3. Your Worst Nightmare, 6-7. We'll talk about Your Worst Nightmare later, as they got a win over the Times Squad in the previous round. They're going to be playing the last game of the night against the 456 Squadron. But for now, Channing Tatum, he is a record breaker in terms of low tiers. 21 KOs and counting for the Ken. He is 1 KO shy in the MVP race right now, as Papaya has Leeya at 22. We saw it's him earlier. He got 1 KO tying Papaya. Papaya's going to be playing a couple games from now, 2 games from now, where Ottawa goes on the road at Cinnabon Splitters. On the other side though, Lego Batman. Let's introduce the roster to Fantasy Feet Enthusiasts, as we have Greg, Eon's Pal, Ray, Lego Batman, and Cheesecake. Lego Batman currently stands at 19 KOs for the Fantasy Feet Enthusiasts. We'll see what Lego Batman can possibly do, as she is currently 3 KOs shy in the MVP race, but a 3 KO performance, and boom, she'll be right in there. The leadoffs are going to be Pantwan versus Greg. Press those buttons real quick. Up, left, right, down, A. As mentioned, Pantwan versus Greg in terms of leadoffs. Pantwan is still having a decent season, just not record-breaking like we saw last year. Greg, I believe he's still one of the better leadoffs so far this season. The Fantasy Feet Enthusiasts have been on a second skid this late in the season for the 2nd season in a row. Even with this retooled roster, we'll see which team gets the win and which team needs it more. Going to be down air from Greg. That's going to be first damage right there. Going to be 11-6 right now. We see forward air. Afterwards, it's going to be just a forward smash missing. That's a punch right there after the missed blurring blade. The current Pikmin order is the non-binary colors. 51-6 right now. We're going to see 51-6 still, as Pantwan tries to jump, avoiding the grab. It's going to be a little bit of down air damage. 51-9. It's Greg. 3 Pikmin slowly coming back onto the stage. 58-9 right now, as Greg has been out damaging this Mii Sword Fighter. Even though the pace has been slow, it is 94-15, as we see Pantwan. He's struggling a little bit with these double platforms. 94-40. Only the Fantasy Feet Enthusiasts play on small battlefield in terms of their home game. It's 14-40, as we currently see right now. Down air not doing anything quite yet. 114, 122-40. Forward air right there, and Pantwan, he is going to come back to the stage actually. It's 130-81. So Pantwan slowly racking that damage up, but it's a forward smash. That's going to get rid of Pantwan, and Channing Tatum comes out now. 21 KOs and counting for the rookie. Sorry, not the rookie, but the 2nd year Amiibo. This is a breakout season for this Ken. Most KOs in a single season by a low tier. Didn't even need the expanded format to win this, as this would be the final round in the regular season, but instead we expanded to 18, so there's still 2 more after this. But Tatum at 113% against this Olimar. It's going to be a forward smash, a disjointed forward smash, as that Olimar was on the top Pikmin platform. 132-93. We're going to see up next, it's going to be forward air. 144-93 as Tatum. He gets stroked. He comes back on. Can he at least get a KO here, even in his critically damaged state? It's going to be 163. He will not. There's a revenge KO right there from Smooth Criminal with the up special. It is 12-0 right now as Eon's Pal coming out. This was a 2 Amiibo lead, down to 1 right now, as we see 35-27. Smooth Criminal does need to get a KO though against this pit. If not, it'll be 4-2 in favor of the other side. Smooth Criminal comes back on, but a down right there into a forward air, and oh no, that tornado was costly. Luigi, you are not Dr. Mario. You cannot be doing that. Dr. Mario, don't do that either. I'm looking at you specifically, Sauce Aldra. I know you don't play for a couple of games, but Sauce Aldra, you have been doing this all season. 12-81 right now, as we see JJ Vance coming out right now. So that does mean JG Wentworth would need to have another comeback, but JJ Vance, he's going to be off stage and he's going to fall short. Eon's Pal has 2 KOs as this is a 1 versus 4 with the Fantasy Feet Enthusiast in the lead. 18 to 106. We see Crackle Slash. That's going to hit the pit. He comes back on, and there's Oomph. That's Oomph. Going to be 23, 37 to 122. So the Fireball, that's going to be Oomph. Oomph has a 15-second timer about to expire soon, but it's 37 to 145. We see the Fireball charging. The pit curved his arrow to be above for some odd reason. Interesting decision, but we see no off stage quite yet. Pit, he will get KO'd by the up special, so it's going to be Ray coming out for the Fantasy Feet Enthusiast. Can he finish the job? It's going to be 51 to 16 right now. Forward tilt, it's going to be Oomph again. That's Oomph with a jab, jab, jab. That's Oomph with another forward tilt. It's 51 to 73 and a forward smash. Slime God has 2 KOs so far. Lego Batman, can you finish the job? 79 to 0 right now as the hero. It's going to be forward tilt getting shielded, down smash getting shielded. It's going to be, that's Oomph at 96%. He's coming back on right now. It's going to be 96. Jab, jab, jab. 109 to 0. And Slime God has 2 KOs, but it's only going to be 2 as Lego Batman will in fact finish the job. The Fantasy Feet Enthusiast snap the win streak of JG Wentworth by winning this game 5 to 3. That's it, folks. There goes the win streak. A 9-game win streak snapped by the Fantasy Feet Enthusiast as JG Wentworth will suffer their first loss since, let's see, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7. All JG Wentworth's last loss was in round 6 to the Natsuki Lovers. That's how long it's been since this team has lost a game. They were 2-4 after that. Went on a massive win streak, 11-4. Huge congratulations to JG Wentworth, by the way, as they will be in the playoffs. But the win streak has been snapped by the Fantasy Feet Enthusiasts. It's a 5-3 victory. As we see, Greg, 2 KOs. Eon's Pal, 2 KOs. Ray couldn't finish the job, but Lego Batman ultimately finishes the job. So, Channing Tatum does get shut down. Lego Batman gets back-to-back 20 KO seasons, I believe. I think Lego Batman had 20 KOs in the last season too. Second season since being traded from Red plus Blue in a Lylat for Lylat trade. Power has not started a single game for the Natsuki Lovers yet, so this trade has definitely been on the favor of the Fantasy Feet Enthusiasts in terms of Lylat side. Don't get me wrong, Power did some impressive stuff back in season 4 with a 2-14 Red plus Blue team before they rebranded, but in the rebrand, Power has yet to play a game so far. Alright, let's get that screenshot real quick. When we come back, folks, it's going to be Mid-Class Nation versus the Boston Brawlers. It's the Boston Brawlers. They can be eliminated with a loss in this game if they lose to Mid-Class Nation, or if Toronto is able to defeat, sorry, not Toronto, but, or if the Natsuki Lovers and Fantasy Feet Enthusiasts, oh, look at that. That's a Fantasy Feet Enthusiast. That's one of the 3 conditions needed for teams to be eliminated. So, with the Fantasy Feet Enthusiasts winning, that unlocks one of the 3 seals for a couple of teams. Boston, if they lose, or if the Natsuki Lovers win, then that would eliminate the Brawlers. But that also opens up scenarios for some other teams too. Not Buffalo though, not Buffalo, because they got that win against the Novas, a 5-3 victory for them, so Buffalo's still going to be alive in the next round. But we'll see how this affects stuff. The Fantasy Feet Enthusiasts get a 5-3 win over JG Wentworth. When we come back, it will be Mid-Class Nation versus the Boston Brawlers. Squad Track Amiibo Draft League will resume on the 1AM channel shortly.
Squad strike.
Welcome back to the Squad Strike Amiibo Draft League. For the 4th game of the night, we are going to have Mid-Class Nation versus the Boston Brawlers. So, once again, both teams on both sides do have playoff scenarios either for or against them. Mid-Class Nation with a win plus a loss from Toronto, snapping their 4-game win streak. Mid-Class Nation would enter the playoffs with a win and Toronto loss, as they have Headstrong, Spooky, Gary, What the Punch, and Urshifu. On the other side, it's going to be the Boston Brawlers. Boston with a loss or a win from the Natsuki lovers and Fantasy Feet enthusiasts, who we already did see win, so it's come down to either them or Natsuki. We will see the Boston Brawlers eliminated. It is Stiffberg, Agent P, Cone Zone, Dabuffalo, and Phipps for the Boston Brawlers. So let's see. Phipps, 21 KOs from the Link. I believe it's a record-breaking year for him in terms of career. Lots of Amiibo are having career years, even if this was like only 16 games instead of 18, these are still like pretty crazy numbers from some of these Amiibo. But Phipps, 21 KOs entering this round. You know the whole gist already. Papaya leads at 22. We don't have anyone else at 22. Actually, it's him and a few others. But alright, let's get started. Leadoffs are going to be Headstrong versus Sniffberg. I believe Headstrong has been one of the better Olimars this season. Sniffberg, he's been solid as a leadoff. Decent, but someone could possibly step in and be a bit better than him. Alright, the Olimar versus the King Deity for the leadoffs. 2 rookies. This is the 3rd home game in a row for the Boston Brawlers, by the way. They will be on the road next round, as they will be at Ottawa. But Sniffberg already at 72. It's going to be 79, 99 unanswered damage from Headstrong. So it's going to be 0 to 99, as we see. Going to be off smash here. 0 to 112, 128. Can Headstrong possibly get a 0 to death as a rookie? It's going to be no forward smash yet. There's a forward tilt, interrupting the chances. And now a dash attack into Gordo coming back. 31 to 128 still. Headstrong could still get the KO though, as it's 44 to 128. We see white Pikmin, purple Pikmin. I believe next in the plucking order would be the blue one, I think. 63 to 134. Purple is gone, but that is the white Pikmin dealing some damage. It's 87 to 158. It's blue, it's white, it's yellow. We see the yellow one falling. It's 87 to 173. Off smash, not going to land quite yet, as we see up tilt from the King Deity. Headstrong is at 100% right now. This leadoff interaction was almost won, and now it will be won by Headstrong. So Olimar versus Olimar. The last time Agent P faced an Olimar, it was Dabuffalo's Olimar. It was a DBZ. This time, it's just a regular KO. 4 versus 4. We see Spooky coming out from Mid-Class Nation. Side B going to miss for now. It's going to be 28, 31 to 12 right here. That was a blue Pikmin getting some damage. 53 to 12. We see neutral air. We see dash attack. No up air instead of back air. That's going to make this 53 to 41. Spooky racking up some of that damage. Spooky going to take some side B damage, but he lands the side B of his own. It is 6-7 to 61. 6-7, 6-9. As we see, going to be 6-7, 6-9, but the white and red Pikmins are going to break that damage right there. 93 to 69. We see a back throw. 1 up air. 121, 122 to 69. It's going to be forward smash from the purple. Going to miss right there. Up tilt. Can we see an up air? It's going to be, there's the up air. Not enough quite yet. I think that was a white one, but the red one will get the job done. Agent P has 2 KOs in back-to-back games. We see the forward smash. It's going to be 22 to 24, 26 to 95 right here. We see that's a back air attempted from the Lucas. 26 to 118. We see Lucas coming back onto the stage. That is Gary. PK Fire going to be interrupted. 37, 49 to 134. Agent P got hit by that forward air. He gets caught in PK Thunder, but it won't be enough quite yet. Did not have the distance. It is 60, 64. We see... Don't know why Agent P went for that. He's at 160. He will get around that. It's going to be 78 to 160 though, as Agent P has the opportunity to get 3 KOs for Boston again. He will survive the up air, so he's still alive for now at 172. Down air will get the job done though. So it's going to be Cone Zone coming out. Forward smash. It's 120 to 0 right now as this Mario. It's 3 versus 3. But Boston can get a significant lead with the KO here. Down air, dash attack. We wait for the down tilt missing. 134 to 10. We see up throw, followed by up smash, gonna miss, but Cone Zone will not punish. 134 to 22. Honestly, I don't think Cone Zone could have punished. He was on the other side of the stage, basically. 134 to 44. We see forward smash, Cone Zone. Rare knockout from the struggling Mario. It's going to be What the Punch coming out right now, as Mid-Class Nation is down against the Boston Brawlers, who can be eliminated with a loss. 14 to 84 as Cone Zone makes his way back onto the stage, hit by a forward smash. He is off stage. 14 to 106. Cone Zone back on. Out of the parry, we see a down smash. Cone Zone off stage once again. He'll come back on. It is 14. Never mind. He'll be KO'd. It's going to be soysauce coming out. 2 versus 2 as the Boston Brawlers face elimination in this round, 14 to 44. We see an up throw. After the up throw, it's going to be down B to armor that, 21 to 72. This down B will miss though, 36 to 72 as it's going to be up next. Forward throw, and there comes the Charizard, 53 to 85. Down smash, what the punch, off stage. So Bufo, he's going to wait, he's going to switch to the Squirtle, and he gets knocked out. What the punch was that? 96 to 0 right now as this Ryu has 2 KOs. Phipps has a 1 versus 2 scenario to keep the Boston Brawlers alive, but he is at 46 right now. Phipps is also trying to work on his MVP campaign. It is 108 to 46. Forward tilt, what the punch, off stage, we see neutral air. It will be 1 versus 1 between Urshifu and Phipps. Down smash, gonna make this 20. Up smash, 41. 41 to 46 right now. We see down throw, we see up air, 64 to 46. Forward air, but instead up smash here, 88 to 46. As Phipps, can he win the 1 versus 2? He already got 1, just needs a 2 right there. Urshifu with a taunt, but that's a parry. But that was a forward smash out of the up tilt. Why did Phipps go for the up tilt there? Interesting move from him. It didn't really work. 123, 128 to 72. But the up special gonna catch Urshifu, get some damage done. We see forward air attempted. Link, neutral air on the way back up. 152 to 74. It's gonna be 76, and Phipps comes back onto the stage. Will not stay stuck underneath. It's gonna be up smash right here, and the Boston Brawlers, barring a win from the Natsuki lovers, will remain alive for now as they get this win 5 to 4. Phipps with a 2 KO performance. That's gonna elevate him to 23 KOs this season. Agent P, 2 KOs. Phipps gets 2 KOs. What the punch? He gets 2 KOs. We'll see Gary, Cone Zone, Headstrong with KOs. Headstrong with that leadoff win. So not a bad game. Pretty fun game. Mid-Class Nation won't be able to clinch a playoff slot this round with that loss. That is going to bring the Mid-Class Nation down to, let's see. Mid-Class, where are you at? It's going to be Mid-Class falls down to 9 and 7. So Mid-Class Nation gonna fall down 9 and 7. Boston, they will survive for now. 6 and 10 record. That's kind of the same where they were last season with the 16 game schedule. Of course, Boston, they still have 2 games left. Boston gonna be, they will. Oh no, they have Ottawa next. They gotta go on the road to Ottawa. Actually, this was the last home game for the Boston Brawlers this season, so we will not be seeing Hallow Bastion at all for the rest of Squad Track Amiibo Draft League Season 5, barring any emergency use stadium needs. Highly doubt that's needed. I mean, these stadiums are digital. It's not like my game's gonna crash every time I pick like 4-side or something like that. Anyways, so that's the last home game for the Boston Brawlers. They'll be on the road at Ottawa for round 17, on the road at Buffalo for round 18. We'll see what Boston does if they try to improve the record, or if they decide to fall. The ceiling is 8 and 10, the floor is 6 and 12. So we'll see what Boston does. They still have the opportunity to play spoiler again, especially against a team like Buffalo, who's barely outside the playoff picture. But for now, Boston remains alive unless the Natsuki lovers win. So there is also that chance for Boston, but it's a very slim chance as we go. Alright folks, that was game number 4. Speaking of Ottawa, we're going to see them next as they are on the road at the Cinnabon Splitters. Squad Track Amiibo Draft League will resume shortly on the 1AM channel.
Squad strike.
Welcome back to the Squad Strike Amiibo Draft League for the 4th match of the night. Actually, this is the 5th match of the night. We have Ottawa, the #1 seed entering this round with the MVP favorite Papaya, 22 KOs so far this season. They are on the road against the Cinnabon Splitters. So, for Ottawa, it's going to be Taste, IHOP, Papaya, Seraphim, and Mythos. On the other side, Cinnabon Splitters, Mr. Ninja, Cloud Jr., Amazon Lily, Sailor Moon, and Wetstick. The Cinnabon Splitters have the potential to be eliminated this round. If they lose and we see a win from the Natsuki lovers, then the Cinnabon Splitters will become the 5th team to be eliminated. Very important note, because the Fantasy Feet Enthusiasts already won, that condition has already been unlocked. The Natsuki lovers are going to be playing about 3 games from now as they host the Chaos Corp. Boston, they were able to stay alive in the previous round, but they are still waiting on that Natsuki lovers result having a couple games, because they can still be eliminated if that team does in fact win. Alright, so Papaya enters this round with 22 KOs. We just saw Phipps of the Boston Brawlers get 2 KOs himself. That brings Phipps up to 23. So it's going to be up to Papaya to get some more KOs in order to expand his lead on the MVP race, which is becoming a bloodbath as we go. Let's begin. After back-to-back losses from the Time Zone squad, Ottawa was able to reclaim the top of the positioning, best record, best differential, and one of the better leadoffs this season, Taste. He's been having a breakout year. He'll be the leadoff for Ottawa facing Mr. Ninja. And that's going to be a down tilt out of the parry. That's going to be the first damage dealt by Taste. It's going to be 15 to 17 after the down smash. We see a side special followed by down tilt missing. It's going to be 30 to 32 as so far these two Amiibo have been trading blows. It's 30 to 54. How will Mr. Ninja respond now? He's at 75. He gets an up smash, but misses the up air. Down air though, that's going to make it 55 to 75, but Taste still has that percent lead. And now down special, Y'all going to get parried right there. Up smash from Mr. Ninja, it's going to be 71 to 109, but Mr. Ninja off stage comes back on. We see a forward tilt getting parried, forward tilt the other way. Taste, he is going to come back onto the stage just barely, but we see another forward tilt. It's 103 to 110. He'll come back on, down B's gonna miss, and there's a dash attack. That's a star KO. Go to the Woohoo Island Village. Mr. Ninja, he gets knocked out. Cloud Jr. is gonna come on there right now. It's going to be 103 to 31. We see the side B, got to be down smash. Cloud Jr. is already at 71%, and he's going to come back onto the stage. So he is critically damaged. Forward tilt, and the limit break isn't even available yet. There's an up tilt from Taste. That's an up tilt. That's 2 KOs in the lead off. Amazon Lily's going to come out right now. It's going to be a 5-3 lead for Ottawa's. They are trying to advance their standing for the #1 seed. We see that up special. That's going to get rid of Taste. But now here comes IHOP. It's 11 to 0 right now. We see a down smash, 11 to 16. We see Amazon Lily. So far, it's been back and forth between these two. There's a jab, 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 39 to 16. It's going to be up next. We see a down smash, IHOP. He's been having a pretty solid start ever since he got added to the roster a few games ago, replacing a struggling Sauron. He'll be back on, but at 78%, it's going to be down smash getting interrupted by that grab, 89 to 16. Down tilt, up air. Amazon Lily already has 1 KO. It's 123% for IHOP, and there's the up smash. Second knockout as now it's 3 versus 3. Papaya, the MVP favorite entering this round, 22 KOs and counting. Can he improve his resume even further? 29 to 35. As a 1 KO here would type 5th for the lead. 2, and he reclaims that lead. Gotta be 29, 35. Jab, jab, jab. 40 to 77. We see that spike ball missing. It is 50 to 77 right now. Side B gonna miss. It's gonna be parry. Forward tilt. 64 to 82 as Papaya tries to come back onto the stage. It's gonna be a spike ball. That's an interesting decision when a forward smash might have been able to finish the job. 76. 89 to 82 as we see side B. Papaya falls out. Up B, a little bit of chip damage. 101 to 90 right now. And that's an up smash. That's 3 KOs from Amazon Lily for the Cinnabon Splitters. And the MVP favor is going to be shut down. We're going to have a new MVP race leader at the end of this round. Right now that belongs to Phipps. 30 to 122 as we're going to see Amazon Lily right there. Of course, this is for the KO leader count. There's a non-zero chance we might bring the MVP race down to democracy. It depends on how close things are. It is 2 versus 2 for Ottawa as they are in a dogfight against the Cinnabon Splitters. 2 KOs from Taste got erased by 3 from Amazon Lily. It is 79 to 39 right now as a forward smash put Sailor Moon at 54. Forward smash they're getting shielded, but it's going to be a down throw. Back air is going to miss from Seraphim though. 79 to 85. We see Sailor Moon at 85%. She's on the stage right now. This up smash will not get rid of Seraphim yet. It is 97 to 85, but that forward smash will. Mythos has a 1 versus 2 scenario, and one downside with Ottawa is that Mythos doesn't get that much playtime because Ottawa is used to getting big blowout wins. We thought they were going to be on pace to get one of those, but ultimately it's a 1 versus 2 for Mythos right here. Sailor Moon will survive the down smash. It is 49 to 108. As we see down throw, do we see back air? There is a back air, and Sailor Moon, the Cinnabon Splitters, going to upset Ottawa in this game as they win it 5 to 3. An upset win for the Cinnabon Splitters to keep their playoff hopes alive. They will survive this round with 2 rounds remaining to the regular season. So that's going to be 2 KOs from Taste, 3 KOs from Amazon Lily. But Sailor Moon ultimately able to finish the job as Papaya does get shut down in this round. Seraphim produces 1 KO, but an upset win for the Cinnabon Splitters over Ottawa. That's going to allow the Time Zone Squad to retake the top of the standings most likely. With 2 rounds remaining, that is huge. This Ottawa, with 2 games remaining, they will host the Boston Brawlers next round, but they go on the road to the Novas. As for the Cinnabon Splitters, they go on the road at the 456 Squadron, but their final game of the regular season is going to be at home against the Chaos Corp. So we'll see how that goes. 2 teams currently in playoff standing right now. We'll see what happens. Alright, so coming up next, when we have the water break. First, we're going to have a little bit of water break real quick. I'm just going to honestly... You know what? I still have a bunch of drink left. We can do a few more games before we go on water break. Yeah, we're not going to do the water break quite yet. We'll just do a normal break as usual. Water break will be delayed today, folks. Water break will be delayed. Probably after Diddle Burritos Amiibo Engage. We probably get like 2 or 3 more games before we need to go on water break. Anyways, when we come back on the 1 AM channel, we're going to have Toronto versus Carbon Show's team. Toronto with a win. That will extend their win streak to 5 wins in a row. Toronto would be 8-8 with 2 rounds remaining to the regular season. Carbon Show's team, at this point, they're just playing for draft position as they are already eliminated. But with a loss, that can open the window for teams to get a playoff slot. We'll see. Alright, with that, folks, Toronto versus Carbon Show's team will be back. We'll be back in a minute with Toronto Carbon Show's team when we return on the 1 AM channel.
Squad strike.
Welcome back to the Squad Strike Amiibo Draft League. This is a 6th match of the night as we have Toronto versus Carbon Show's team. So, what was originally a gentleman's agreement between Toronto and the Timeless Squad to have Lylat Alpha face off against Ren Penrose turns into a dominant leadoff position for Lylat. She has returned to her Season 2 form as Toronto's roster is Lylat Alpha, Snaketails, Sigurd, Kaivine, and Ω. They are on a 5-game win streak. They are trying to expand it to 6 games in a row as Toronto, one of the hottest teams in town right now. Sorry, not a 5-game win streak. It's a 4. Is it 4 or 5 games? I don't remember. Let's check real quick. 4, 5, maybe it's 6, 7. It is a 4-game win streak for Toronto. They can make it 5 wins in a row if they defeat Carbon Show's team, who currently holds the worst record in the league. It's Bob, Sauce Alger, Soldier, Samurai X, and 910. Let's begin. If Toronto loses this game, by the way, this will open up the window for some teams to clinch playoff slots, and the Chaos Corp will clinch a slot even if they do lose to the Natsuki Lovers. Lylat Alpha versus Bob will be your leadoffs. Forward smash right there, that's going to hit Bob, and now forward smash, that one's going to miss this time. 11 to 22, 11 to 34 as we see up throw. We see a taunt from Lylat instead of the up air. 47 to 40 right there. Forward air, we're going to see 47 to 66. We see 62 to 66, 83 to 66 as Lylat, only one leadoff left this season. She gets hit by the Gordo. It's going to be 98 to 66, and she falls short. Snaketails, the pseudo leadoff, gonna be coming out right now. She has spent most of his career being the actual leadoff for no custody. It's gonna be 0 to 102 right now. Bob, he goes high, he's get punished, but that's gonna be the Mithra, not the Pyra, as Snaketail switches back to Pyra. Down tilt, we don't see an up air. It is 28 to 123. Down smash, up air, but it was a little too late. And there's a back air. That's gonna get rid of Bob. Here comes Sauce Alger for Carbon Show's team. He has been struggling all year. He leads the league in self-destructs. It is 73 to 23. We see the Dr. Mario. He's at 36. He's going to come back on. We see down throw. Do we see up smash? No up smash yet. Instead of side B, it is 73 to 60, 96 to 60. As we see, going to be down smash. Sorry, down air, down smash. Sauce Alder. He will come back onto the stage for now. This up smash will be charged, but it will not land. It's going to be 96, 113 to 91. Is Mithra coming out for Snaketails, but she falls short. So it's going to be Sigurd, Razor Forces Link, coming out right now for Toronto. There's a 4th match right there, able to get rid of Sauce Soldier. It is 3 versus 3 as things reset. Soldier, he's been having a pretty decent year so far, going to be 45 to 0 as we see the Cloud. This Cloud will go off stage if he wants to. It is 54 to 8. Both Amiibo back onto the stage. Soldier taking some chip damage there. Side special, we see another side special, and they're an up smash. 54 to 62 as Sigurd, he did activate the limit break for Soldier, but it's not going to be needed as he gets a knockout. That is 2 for this link so far. 71 to 0 as Samurai X coming out for Carbon Show's team. 85 to 0 right now. We see the Sheik off stage, take a little bit of chip damage. 85, 97 to 13 right now. We see that side B. Arrow is going to miss from this link, however. There's an up smash. Sigurd is still alive at 117. We see a back air trade. Now a forward air from the Sheik. 132 to 31. This forward smash will not result in a knockout. Sigurd is still alive for now, able to get some damage on the Samurai X. It is 147 to 48. We see up next, up smash, 147 to 66. We see the Sheik. She gets hit by the back air, and she will come back onto the stage. No, she's gonna fall short. Sigurd has 3 KOs for Toronto. He's going to get knocked out, but now it's a 1 versus 2 for 910. Was a 1 versus 3, got to be 0 to 31, 0 to 57. 910 at 57, already damaged. Kaivine, ever since being brought back to the active roster for Toronto, has been doing pretty solidly. 25 to 88 right now. 910 still critically damaged, and there's a forward smash. The win streak continues for Toronto as they win this game 5 to 3. Ω, what's this? Not needed for this game? Doesn't matter. It's a 5-game win streak for Toronto as they go up from 3-8 to 8-8. Three knockouts from Sigurd. And Lylat, even though it's going to be her 2nd leadoff loss as a season, that's going to bump her down to 4-2. Still, an improvement in the leadoff position for Toronto definitely helped. And the only reason why Toronto even made the switch is because both Toronto and the Time Zone Squad have Lucinas. Linus Alpha, that is going to be Amalgamate's Lucina, was a primary leadoff for Toronto in Season 2, hadn't been getting match action since. For the Time Zone Squad, Rin Penrose, named after the VTuber. Oh yeah, she just debuted like a new Alpha Complete rebrand, all that. I like it, it looks super cute, but thing is, the current Amiibo we have, let me find it real quick. Okay, I'm the guy who actually made this Lucina Amiibo. So, the Rin Amiibo is on the bottom of her acrylic stand, which has her old design. The new model does have an acrylic stand on sale right now at the shop. I'm gonna buy that, and I'm gonna turn that into an Amiibo. More than likely, we're probably gonna turn it into a Marth Amiibo because that kind of matches the new white and indigo color scheme. But we'll see, that's going to be an off-season project for me, as I might submit that link, sorry, not that link, but that Marth to Season 6 of the Squad Track Amiibo Draft League, but that's going to be unrelated to the scope of this thing, all that. Toronto, they extend their win streak to 5 wins in a row, with 3 knockouts from Sigurd, Kaivine able to finish the job, Ω not needed for today, as Toronto, imagine telling them just 5 rounds ago they would go from 3-8 to 8-8, and if we see the Natsuki lovers lose, maybe we see Toronto jump into a playoff slot. That would be insane. Alright, when we come back, we're going to have the water break now, folks. After this, 5 games remain to round 16 of the Squad Track Amiibo Draft League. We will see the Ditto Burritos at Amiibo Engage, Chaos Corp at the Natsuki Lovers, the Critical Crashers at Grand Army, Green Bay at Detroit, and to close things off, the 456 Squadron at Your Worst Nightmare. It's going to be a water break, folks, but when we come back, 5 rounds remain for round 16 here on the 1AM channel.
Squad strike.
Welcome back to the Squad Strike Amiibo Draft League. For the second half of round 16, we have the Ditto Burritos versus Amiibo Engage to kick off this second half. Then we are going to see the Chaos Corp at the Natsuki Lovers, Critical Crashers at Grand Army Republic, Green Bay at Detroit, and it closes things off the 456 Squadron at Your Worst Nightmare. So, let me catch my breath for a second. The Ditto Burritos, they currently hold a top 4 seed. On the other members of the top 4 seeds, we saw a loss from Ottawa, win from the Time Zone Squad, and a win from JG Wentworth. The Ditto Burritos have an important date with the Time Zone Squad in the next round, so they need to win one here, just in case they do fall over there. But historically speaking, the Ditto Burritos have it good against the Time Zone Squad. Both times they've met in the playoffs, the Ditto Burritos have gone sweeps over the Time Zone Squad, and historically speaking, even though the Time Zone Squad has caught up a few with a couple games here and there, usually this matchup is more on the side of the Ditto Burritos. As for Amiibo Engage, let's see, I believe Amiibo Engage is in the middle of the pack right now. I think they might have had an opportunity to clinch this round. Let me check. That opportunity was if Amiibo Engage won and Toronto lost. Unfortunately, Toronto won, extending their win streak. So Amiibo Engage, even though they cannot clinch in this round, if we see Amiibo Engage beat the Ditto Burritos, there's a chance that we could see more clinch scenarios in the next round. We'll just have to wait and see. But the Ditto Burritos versus Amiibo Engage starts now. Mercury is one of the best closers right now in the Squad Strike Amiibo Draft League. Her and Crony are trying to compete, but a KO here, a game-winning KO from Mercury, and she could possibly put that dagger ahead of Crony. Ditto versus Walmart are your leadoffs. It's going to be 10 to 15 right now as both Amiibo, they trade hits. It's going to be 20, 28 to 15. That's going to be an up tilt followed by second up tilt. No, that one's going to get parried. Up tilt, up air, 61, 70 to 15 right now as Walmart has the percent lead over Ditto. It's going to be 99 to 15. When these two Amiibo met earlier, Walmart had gotten that leadoff win. Let's see if Walmart can get the regular season sweep over Ditto. It was a pretty sick down air last time if I remember correctly. 99 to 50 right now. Down smash going to be 99 to 64. We see up throw. Afterwards, we see down air from Walmart. It is 120 to 73 right now. We see down special. Walmart at 87. That's a down tail right there. 120 to 104 is Walmart trying to go high. He'll come back low this time with the up special. 129 to 104. And it's going to be a split between Ditto and Walmart as Ditto able to even things up in terms of the leadoff interaction between him and this rookie. It's going to be 135 to 5 right now as Zelkov comes out for Amiibo Engage. Is 140 to 12. We see jab, 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 and it will not be enough quite yet. 155 to 12 it remains. We see the bomb. That's going to have Ditto off stage. Zelkov, he's going to place another Mecha Koopa, and he's going to get hit by it, I think. No, Ditto got hit at the last moment. Zelkov was able somehow to get rid of it at the last minute, get some chip damage on Ditto. He is still level 177, however. We see a forward throw here. That'll get rid of Ditto. And now just the guys, Violet, bleh, coming out for the Ditto Burritos. It is 4 versus 4, but Ditto does have the percent lead. 0 to 46. We finally see some damage onto this Violet. It's going to be 17 to 69. Up next, another side B. It's going to be 17 to 91. Zelkov comes back onto the stage, but down tilt, up air. One more up air from the right hand that could possibly get rid of this Koopaling. Jab, jab, jab. 23 to 129. We see a side special, and there goes Zelkov. It's going to be Dr. Crockpot coming out right now. It is 23 to 22. We see side B getting parried. Down tilt, forward tilt. 47 to 22 is finally there's some damage answered respawn. It's 53. We see forward throw. 6-7 to 39 right now. We see forward smash. No, that was interrupted by the pale to side B. It's 87 to 52 between these two Amiibo right now as Crockpot. He needs to get this KO in order to keep things even for Amiibo Engage. It is 100 to 52 right now. Forward smash gonna miss right there. Down tilt, neutral air. Crockpot tries to come back on with a down air. Doesn't land it because it had gotten shielded. There's a down B which is gonna miss from Bleh. Nowhere near the Dr. Dr. Mario, but he is at 114% as Bleh has the opportunity to get 2 KOs for the Ditto Burritos. Forward tilt, Crockpot, off stage, he will come back on. It's 100 to 130. We see down tilt from Dr. Mario, no follow-up, and there's a side special. It's a 4-2 lead for the Ditto Burritos. It is 107 to 22 as Doodlebob comes out now. We see a side B, Doodlebob at 40 already. Neutral B is going to miss. Second big move this Lylat attempts, second time it misses. Side B gonna get shielded right there. There's another neutral B, but it's gonna get canceled before the full charge. 112, down tilt, up smash attempted, doesn't land. And there goes Blair with the forward smash. The Natsuki coming out for the Ditto Burritos. After 2 KOs from the Lylat, it is 0 to 66, 0 to 71. We see down tilt, down tilt. It's going to be 9 to 71 right now. We see a PK fire, 21 to 71. Off smash, that's going to get some shield damage. But forward smash, off smash again from this Lucas. It's going to be 62 to 71 as Doodlebob. If he can get a second kill here, that would be huge for Amiibo Engage. That would only set up Mercury with 1 versus 2, which is very much manageable for one of the best closers in the league so far. Doodlebob, however, he is at 93%. That's a neutral air. He should come back on. It's 69 to 95. First, Doodlebob needs to do his part of the job, and he is struggling against this pit. But down smash, that's going to catch the Natsuki. 87 to 112. Off smash getting shielded. It's going to be a back throw. 87 to 125 as we see neutral air. 92. Pika Thunder will hit the pit, but he's going to be able to come back on because he has to jump into offstage capabilities. It is 106 to 125. We see Pika Fire missing. It's a back throw here. Doodlebob offstage, and the Natsuki tries chasing, but it doesn't land. 106 to 137. No PK Thunder damage, but that forward smash right there, it's going to make it a 1 versus 3 for Mercury. Can she get the job done for Amiibo Engage? Up smash, 1 versus 2, much more manageable, but Mementos has been a menace for the Ditto Burritos in their win streak. It's going to be 15 to 22 as we see side special. That's going to make this 15 to 48. Where's the up smash? Mercury already at 66 against his Lylat. 30 to 66 right now. Mercury, it's going to be a back throw. 39 to 66. Mercury will stay onto the stage. 39 to 86. It's going to be up smash missing from this Mii Brawler. We see a neutral B. Mercury is going to be at 106% as the Ditto Burritos seek to extend their win streak. It's going to be down smash. Mercury off stage. 45 to 122. Mercury comes back on, and there's a forward smash. That's going to be 1 versus 1, folks. It's going to be 1 versus 1. Leeya coming out right now gets a Mercury at 122%. Can Mercury get the second 1 versus 3 of the season? 39 to 122. All of a sudden, Mercury, she has the opportunity to get this win. 59 to 122. Leeya, that's going to be up smash missing. Up smash missing. That's going to miss. Forward smash getting shield right there. But this forward smash is going to land for the Ditto Burritos, and they're going to hold on as they win this game 5 to 4. Mercury tried to bring it close, but ultimately wasn't enough. Able to steal that stock against Mementos, though. That was huge. Able to shut down that Mii Brawler who's been on a tear lately, but Bleh gets 2 KOs. Actually, both Brawlers exchanged 2 KOs. Ditto with that leadoff win. That's going to split the interaction between him and Wentworth, as Wentworth got that sick down air back when they were at Spear Pillar. Thanatos gets a KO. That's what made this a 4-2 lead. Doodlebob got 1 KO. Tried to get some damage on Thanatos, but ultimately couldn't finish the job. Mercury gets rid of Thanatos, able to steal the KO from Mementos, but Leeya will finish the job for the Ditto Burritos as the Ditto Burritos. Let's see. Time Zone Squad is going to be 12-4. JG Wentworth. JG Wentworth got a loss, actually. My apologies. That's right. The win streak for JG Wentworth had been snapped. So it's going to be Time Zone Squad, Ditto Burritos. We'll see who ends up being the 3 and 4 seed. It could be Ottawa, JG Wentworth, maybe the Chaos Corp if they win. But Amiibo Engage, they're going to lose here to the Ditto Burritos. The Ditto Burritos. Oh, that's going to be a fun one in the next round. Number 1 versus number 2 at Umbra Clock Tower. That's going to be the game of the night for round 17 when we play on Tuesday, folks. Ooh, I'm already shaking thinking about it because that's going to be my team how to deal with the Ditto Burritos. How am I going to handle Ditto? Do I play Novaton? Do I play Sidon? Do I throw a little curveball, put Rin in the leadoff position? Rin version 1, version 2 still got to be made. We'll see, but this is going to be an interesting game between the Ditto Burritos and Time Zone Squad. Alright, when we come back, folks, we're going to have the Chaos Corp versus the Natsuki Lovers. The Chaos Corp, with the win, they'll become the 5th team to clinch a postseason berth. The Natsuki Lovers, however, if they win, it's going to be chaos on the lower end as Bastion would be eliminated, as well as potentially some other teams. The Squad Track Amiibo Draft League will resume shortly on the 1 AM channel.
Sword strike.
Welcome back to the Squad Strike Amiibo Draft League. This is going to be the 8th match of the night as we have the Chaos Corp versus the Natsuki Lovers. So, oh dear, did my internet disconnect? Chat disconnected, please wait while I try to reconnect you. Successfully connected. Okay, I think we're back. I think we accidentally disconnected for a second, folks. Welcome back. In case you did lose any connection, it's going to be the Natsuki Lovers, who are the home team. They host the Chaos Corp, who are coming off the first ever 1 versus 4 comeback in Squad Strike Amiibo Draft League history. Nachos was down 1 versus 4 against Detroit. He had to deal with the likes of Failnot, Bloodflame, coming at ya, who is a future Hall of Famer by the way, and Hero Brian. Failnot already got 3 KOs for Detroit in that game. He gets knocked out by Nachos. Okay, so Bloodflame finished the job. Bloodflame could not finish the job. So it's got to be coming down to coming at ya. Finish the job. Coming at ya did not finish the job. Hero Brian, you're the last stand for Detroit. This should have never come to 1 versus 4. It should have always been 1 versus 4. One of the other ones should have finished the job, but instead Nachos, he puts the team on his back and he wins it for the Chaos Corp. As now the Chaos Corp, if they win this game right here, they can clinch a playoff slot, joining Ottawa, the Time Zone Squad, JG Wentworth, and the Ditto Burritos. They would become the 5th team as only 7 slots will remain in the postseason tournament. We'll see. However, the Natsuki Lovers, if they win, 2 things are going to happen. 1, the Boston Brawlers will become eliminated from postseason contention. They'll be the first team to be eliminated, but most importantly, if the Natsuki Lovers win, 2 games from now, we have Detroit versus Green Bay. That's going to be in Detroit, by the way. But what would happen is that the loser of that game between Green Bay and Detroit, they would be eliminated from postseason contention if the Natsuki lovers win this one because of Fantasy Feet enthusiasts earlier. They got a win at home, snapping the win streak of JG Wentworth. But alright, Knapsack, Malpractice, Brawl Trip, Nightmare Sword, and Nachos versus Fred, Lore, Doom Fury, Dumas, and Depression. Important game with important scenarios starts now. And as you can see, Olimar lead off ditto. Knapsack is going to be the gray one. He's representing the Chaos Corp. On the other side, it's going to be the Alf. Green Alf is Fred. Let's begin. It's going to be Knapsack taking the first bit of damage. It's already going to be 29. It's going to be 31 to 14, 46 to 14 right now. We see a forward smash. Knapsack 6'7", 6'9", 71, 73. It's going to be big damage already on Nightmare's Olimar Amiibo. 85 to 21. Let's see. Knapsack currently has non-binary colors. It's going to be blue, purple, white for Fred right now. Yes, sometimes I can count the Pikmin whenever I feel like it, especially during a ditto. 95 to 37, 91, sorry, 101, 115 to 37. The damage is being racked up on Knapsack so quickly we can't even say it in real time. 116 to 63. We see a forward throw as Knapsack off stage at 129. It's 129 to 63. We see a down smash, and now Fred is the one off stage. We see both Amiibo off stage. They come back on. Knapsack, Fred, and there's an up smash. Knapsack is gonna get the lead off one as Fred was star KO'd. And as you can see, both Meta Knights use the same color. So Lore is pink for an amazing reason. 141 to 0 as we're gonna see side special miss. Knapsack, he is critically damaged at 141. He's gonna get KO'd right there, and it's 4 versus 4. Malpractice, who's trying to compete in the MVP race. He put Lore 62 already. He's going to try to get the pills. Even in that scenario where only one Amiibo had gone to KO, keep in mind, it was 1 versus 4, not 1 versus 5. The reason it was 1 versus 4 was because Malpractice was able to at least get a KO after the leadoff loss. It's going to be 33 to 88 as we see Lore miss side B. And that's a good punch right there from Malpractice. It's going to be 4 versus 3. Doomed Yuri comes out for the Natsuki lovers. It is 72 to 0 right now. We are going to see up next. We see Malpractice waiting just patiently. Malpractice, he's a couple of KOs behind in the MVP race. I believe he's at 18 or 19 entering this round. It is 85 to 12. The leader when this round finishes is going to be at 23 or more. It's 85 to 37, 85 to 49 is Doom Yuri. Side B, Malpractice gonna shield that easily. Forward tilt and the dash attack. Do we see an up smash here? We are not gonna see it quite yet. Instead of down smash, Malpractice is gonna be the one off stage. It is 105 to 74, and Malpractice is gonna fall short. Doom Yuri switching to the mid threat during that transition. It's going to be Brawl Trip coming out right now. 0 to 76 right now. We see the side special, 16 to 76. We see down smash, Doom Yuri off stage, and that forward air. That's gonna catch Doom Yuri. It's gonna be Dumas coming out right now. It's gonna be 16, 36 to 10 right now as a Pokemon trainer. That's damage already from the Ivysaur, and we don't see a switch to Charizard yet. It's 74, 92 to 19 as the Ivysaur. He's gonna wait patiently. Off smash gonna miss, but a down smash. Up B to come back onto the stage. Charizard will have to wait. No, Charizard's gonna come now. 92 to 57. Down air was attempted, but forward air, forward air, forward air. Brawl Trip makes this a 1 versus 3 for the Chaos Corp. He was able to hunt down, stalk, and slay the Dragon's Depression. Has a 1 versus 3 for the Natsuki lovers, but don't say it's over yet, because in the preseason, Depression against the starters for the Novas was able to overcome this type of situation. Let's see if Depression can do it here in the regular season. 124 to 20 right now. We've only had 1 versus 3 on top of 1 versus 4. We kind of mentioned that 1 versus 4 already. That'll be 1 versus 2. As now Nightmare Sword comes out, it's gonna be 0 to 58. Nightmare Sword, can he finish the job? That was a little too high in order for it to catch him. Gotta be 24 to 67. But there's a force match right there. No red screen needed. And the Chaos Corp has clinched a postseason berth. It's gonna be the first time the Chaos Corp is in the playoffs in their franchise history. It's a win. 5 to 3. Nachos, you can rest today as you're not needed for this Chaos Corp win, but celebrate as we are thinking about Nachos and we are thinking about the Chaos Corp entering the postseason. With this loss for the Natsuki lovers, this is going to keep the Boston Brawlers alive, so the Boston Brawlers will remain alive for one more round. that does mean that the loser of Green Bay versus Detroit, they will be alive. However, things are going to become a little more dire and drastic for whoever does lose that matchup. That's going to be 2 games from now, so bit of a dire situation over there. We'll mention that later, but congratulations to the Chaos Corp, 5th team to clinch a postseason berth. We'll see if the Chaos Corp could possibly steal a first round bye from one of these other teams. As let's see what's going to be the record now of Chaos Corp. Is that going to be 11-5? I think so. I think that's going to be 11-5 for the Chaos Corp. Let's see. Yup, 11-5. And that differential could help the Chaos Corp a lot. Plus 14 entering this round with a 5-3 victory here. That's going to bring out to plus 16. I think that's going to put them ahead of both JG Wentworth and even Ottawa. So I think the Chaos Corp at the end of the round is going to be the number 3 seed behind the Time Zone Squad and the Ditto Burritos. Alright. So, when we come back on the Squad Track Amiibo Draft League, we're going to have a matchup between 2 teams who are already eliminated. The winner, they get to win a game. The loser, they lose a game, but they do get to advance a potential position in the draft order. We'll see, because the draft order is going to be worst to best. We do not do a draft lottery here because nobody's intentionally tanking. It's just, if your team isn't winning games, they're simply just not winning games. Sometimes things just don't mesh together. Alright, but the Critical Crashers versus Grand Army Republic will happen when we come back. The Squad Track Amiibo Draft League will resume shortly on the 1AM channel.
Squad strike.
Welcome back to the Squad Track Amiibo Draft League. For the 9th match of the night, we're going to have 2 teams eliminated from postseason contention. They're just playing out the rest of their games. It's the Critical Crashers at Grand Army of the Republic. Chaos King, Freak, Ragatha, Informer, and Grim Knight makes the roster for the Critical Crashers. Lucero, Flavor City, Vibin, Ascent, and Doofunator makes the roster for Grand Army. Let's begin! Even though these teams have been producing less ideal results, Chaos King has been one of the better leadoffs this season. The leadoff match will be Chaos King versus Lucero. Smash from Lucero. First little bit of damage here. It's going to be 22-0 right now. 22-15 as we're going to see the Link coming back onto the stage. 22-29. He had air dodge just a little too close to the ledge for my liking. 28-55. We're going to see the King Deity with the up tilt. It is 28-65 down throw into up smash getting interrupted by an aerial. Jab, jab, jab attempt from Deity. Just an odd assortment of moves from both of these Amiibo. 41-89 right now. We're going to see up next. It's going to be side B. That's going to hit Lucero. It's going to be tried chasing that Link with a forward air. Did not land. 46-127 as we are going to see Gordo. Not yet. We see a forward tilt. 46-138. That Gordo won't hit Lucero quite yet, as unless the wrong move hits, that's going to be the Gordo reflecting back. It is 71-138 right now. We see neutral air attempts from this King Deity. Off stage shenanigans coming back on. Up air. 90-38. Arrow that's going to stop the Gordo in its tracks. We see forward tilt getting shielded, but a back throw now. It is 106-138. We see both Amiibo off stage trying to come back on. It's going to be forward air. That's going to be teched 106-166 as we are going to see up here. Up tilt and Chaos King going to get the leadoff win here. Now we have Deity versus Deity in terms of Chaos King versus Flavor City. 31-32 to 13. We're going to see Chaos King waiting, trying to come back on, but that is another leadoff win for Chaos King. One of the brighter spots for the Critical Crashers this season. It's 148-13 as we see up next. Forward tilt, 155-13. Forward air, try to get another forward air, but that one does not land. 155-25. Forward tilt, Chaos King is still going to be a level 161, but we see down air attempted for Flavor City, a little too low to hit the Deity. It's going to be 161-34. We see up tilt, no up air quite yet. That Gordo's going to put Flavor City at 64. 76 now with the up tilt. It's going to be a forward tilt here. Chaos King still alive 2 minutes in at 169. Can Chaos King get a second KO here? It's going to be 169-108. Do we see Gordo? Not quite yet, but there's a down smash. There's 2 KOs now. Vibin coming out for Grand Army. It's going to be forward tilt from Chaos King. Another forward tilt, 169-21. Forward tilt, up throw, up air, 169-47. That's Vibin. He's now taking damage now. We see that forward air right there from Vibin, and that's going to be the KO. Freak gonna come up after the 2 Amiibo lead. So it's going to be 0-47 right now. Down smash, that's going to hit Vibin. It's going to be up tilt, 0-75 as Freak has not taken any damage quite yet. 0-87. There's an up smash. That puts him at 30. It's going to be a fireball. That's going to get parried right there. So it's a medium fireball. But that fireball point blank will land. 30-106. Miss side B. Forward smash. That's going to get rid of Vibin. And the Critical Crashers, they are up 4-2. 30-16 right now. We see side B. That's from Ascent. Ascent has been having a disappointing season this year for Grand Army of the Republic. Just underperforming this by, he was one of the key contributors just 2 seasons ago when they won the championship back in Edmonton. It is 84-16. That down B is going to miss. 84-27 as we see the fireballs. Both of them are going to miss. 84-40 as we see up throw. Do we see a back air? It's going to be down smash instead. 84-65. We see fireball that's going to miss, but up tilt. Ascent going to be at 77%. That's a down smash from Ascent. That's going to get rid of Freak. Ragatha coming out for the Critical Crashers right now. We see a forward smash that will not get rid of Ascent quite yet as Ascent makes his way back onto the stage. 0. But that back air, it's a 1 versus 3. Doofunator. He's been dealing with these 1 versus 3s all season. He has yet to close out one of these 1 versus 3. Can today be the difference between 2 struggling teams? 49-5 right now. We see Ragatha on the bottom. That's going to be a down throw from Doofunator. 70-5 right there. Forward smash. That's going to put Doofunator at 23. 70-23. We see a forward throw. 80-23. Doofunator tried to go for that down air, but it's a down air instead from Ragatha. And that's going to be the game. No. Yes. That's the game. It's a Critical Crashers get a 5-2 victory over Grand Army. The Critical Crashers show their potential today as Chaos King. Ragatha, they get 2 kills each, 2 to lead off for Chaos King, 2 for Ragatha including that game winner. Freak gets 1 KO as well. Vibin and Ascent were the only amiibo to get KOs. No Informer, no Grim Knight needed for the Critical Crashers today. A 5-2 victory. This will advance the draft position for Grand Army of the Republic, however, so we'll see if that affects the differential between them and Carbon Show's team, as, let's see, Carbon Show's team only lost 5-3 compared to this 5-2 loss. Carbon Show's team still might be ahead in terms of that differential game. We'll see. Regarding a #1 pick, of course, although I'd rather have new GMs replace any GMs who do leave, expansion teams do get first dibs in the draft before existing teams, just a little heads up. That's why we've had like expansion teams getting #1 picks. It's been, well, let's see, Starbreakers, then Ottawa, then the Squadron, then Mid-Clash. But let's see. A win for the Critical Crashers. They showed their potential today. Ragatha racks up another 2 KOs. Chaos King showing why he's one of the better leadoffs this season. Freak with a KO. Alright. 2 games remain, folks, to this round. 2 rounds remain after this round, by the way. But Green Bay versus Detroit is coming up next. The winner, they get a win, they get to stay alive. The loser will still be alive, but in the next round, it's going to be dire and drastic for whoever loses that game for round 17. Green Bay in round 17, they host Carbon Show's team, so they have an easy one, but Detroit, they host the Natsuki Lovers in round 17. Natsuki currently in a playoff position right now. They did lose to the Chaos Corp though, so we'll see if that does bounce them out of the playoff position. Maybe Toronto gets to jump ahead in terms of differential. That might possibly be the case. But when we come back on the 1AM channel, it will be Green Bay versus Detroit.
Squad strike.
Welcome back to the Squad Strike Amiibo Draft League for the 10th match of the night. This is going to be an important one regarding 2 teams wanting to stay alive, Green Bay versus Detroit. So, Green Bay, They've been on a little bit of run. They were 4-2. They were 4-1 in their last 5 games, but they have suffered back-to-back losses, including a loss to Toronto in the previous round, where Toronto, they're on a 5-game win streak now. Toronto seems to be the team who could possibly momentum their way into the playoffs. They might have the number 12 seed when this round is over. But it's going to be a Corno, Quadruple X, Hola Amigo, Young Thug, and Chuck E. Cheese for Green Bay. On the other side, Detroit. Ladies and gentlemen, in order to maintain the persona of being a commentator for a match and an event, we rarely use any swear words, but I'm going to use one to describe what happened in this game. Dandori had gotten 1 KO, Failnut had gotten 3 KOs, so Detroit was just 1 KO away in a 1 versus 4 situation against the Chaos Corp, but fuckers stole the last KO, can't have shit in Detroit. That's literally what happened here in the last game, as Detroit suffered a historical blown lead. The first ever time we saw someone blow a 1 versus 4 situation. They were too busy thinking about Nachos to get rid of Nachos himself. It's Dandori, Failnut, Bloodflame coming at you in Herobrine for Detroit. Hopefully they can bounce back after that historical loss, but things have not been great for Detroit these last couple of games. Let's start. Up, left, right, down, A. Press that button one more time. A Corno versus Dandori are going to be leadoffs, or 2 teams not doing really good in the leadoff department. The first damage will be dealt by a Corno. It's a little bit of Poison Cloud damage, 0.7, but now it's going to be 35 on the Dandori, but Dandori brings it back, and there's a down air attempted right there. That would have not been enough for a KO, but it's going to be 44 to 35 as these Amiibo, they're going back and forth, but now Dandori's breaking away. Never mind, a Corno with that back air, and that's a white Pikmin onto a Corno that's going to put her at 96, 112% with a forward smash, 112, and a down air. Dandori is going to get the leadoff win as Quadruple X comes out for Green Bay. It is 0 to 76. So a quick leadoff win right there. Up tilt out of the parry. That probably saves Dandori's life right there. I think that up smash would have been able to get rid of him had it not been for the up tilt. Either that or he gets a one there, but it doesn't mean anything as Dandori will be KO'd. Failnut. So Failnut, we forgot to mention, but yes, he did have a 3-kill performance in the last game that Detroit blew, so that loss wasn't really his fault. It's 49 to 0 right now as we're going to see just the up tilt. We see the up tilt again, where it's going to be the up air. 68 to 0 right now as Failnut. He enters this round with 19 KOs. He could possibly get a 20 KO season here. 85 to 3. We see down tilt, we see up B. Nothing quite yet afterwards. It's going to be neutral air. Dash attack doesn't land. 119 to 3 is Failnut trying to get his 4th KO in the last 2 rounds. Do we see it here? There's an up tilt. Maybe up air can finish the job. 145 to 3. And there's a forward air. That's going to be KO number 20 for Failnut, I believe. Let me double check real quick. Hola Amigo coming out for Green Bay right now. It's going to be 0 to 36 as we're going to wait and see as Failnut comes back onto the stage. Actually, Failnut is already at 20 KOs. Yeah, Failnut already has 20 KOs this season, so that is KO number 21 for this Byleth. 0 to 65 right now as Failnut has not gotten any damage against the Meta Knight quite yet. It is 0 to 78, 0 to 84. We see the Meta Knight, that's a neutral air, 0 to 100. Failnut struggling to get any form of damage onto this Meta Knight. Finally some damage. It's going to be 11 to 100. We see neutral air. Nope, it's going to be neutral air from the Meta Knight. And Failnut, he is going to fall short. Okay, Bloodflame coming at you. Herobrine, let me introduce you to the concept of a knockout. You see, whenever you launch someone on the opposite end of the stage, when you're not thinking about nachos, that is how you get a knockout. One of you was supposed to get that in the last game. Let's see if one of you can get it now. It is 61, 69 to 24 right now. Bloodflame has a % lead in this 3 versus 3 situation. 69 to 46. Bloodflame comes back on, but she is being bullied by this Meta Knight. 69 to 65. We are going to see down throw. Do we see next? We see forward air, neutral air, but that's going to send Bloodflame back on stage. That would have been able to get rid of this Pyramithra had it went the other direction. 94 to 90 after she throws Thorn. Gotta be 94 to 90. Tries throwing Thorn again. 94 to 97. We are gonna see up next. Do we see neutral air? Side B, that's gonna miss. And just a jab into a back throw. Interesting move from Bloodflame right there. We see Pyra coming back onto the stage. But a back air right there. That's 2 KOs from Hola Amigo. Coming at you. Coming out right now. There's a down smash. Where was that in the last round? Young Thug comes out here. It's gonna be 0 to 12 right now. Forward smash. Gonna make this 0 to 35. We see jab, jab, jab. Young Thug remains at 0, coming at you at 45. It's going to be up smash, 0 to 63. Bear going to be 15 to 82 as we see the King Dedede 4 tip not landing. Up smash missing, 15 to 97 as this King Dedede has been getting out damaged massively by Young Thug. Bear 15 to 124. We see 4 tail missing. That's going to be up tilt. After the up tilt, it's going to be 29 to 135, 148. We see Young Thug does not go for any offstage aerials, trying to avoid one himself from the King Dedede, and coming at you is going to be knocked out. Herobrine has a 1 versus 2 for Detroit. It's going to be 29 to 7 right now, as we see going to be the jab, jab, jab. 29 to 20. Afterwards, forward smash not gonna land. Off smash, that's gonna collide with the off smash from Herobrine. Ultimately does nothing. Jab, jab, jab again from Young Thug. We see 29 to 50, as that's gonna be neutral air. 29 to 62. Side B gonna get shielded right there. Side B gonna get shielded. Off smash. Herobrine critically damaged at 79, as we're gonna see just the back throw. 29 to 88. We see forward smash getting shielded right there. It's going to be dash attack. 42 to 88. Dash attack. Young Thug off stage. He should be able to come back on. He cuts back on. Down smash again. Young Thug 67, 68. It's going to be another down smash from Herobrine. 80 to 88 right now as we see. That was an attempt to punish, and it does go unpunished. 80, 84 to 91. We're going to see the neutral air. 84 to 102. 84 to 112 as Herobrine. Keep in mind, there is still Chuck E. Cheese in the back for Green Bay after this, but that forward smash right there is going to send Herobrine, and there's a knockout. Green Bay is going to beat Detroit in this game 5 to 3. Oh, it's panic time over to Detroit. This was a game they needed to win to keep their chances alive, and now in the next round, Detroit, they host the Natsuki Lovers. Their and situations are going to turn into or situations, especially with Toronto getting that win earlier. This is going to be dire and drastic for a team who made it to the conference finals last season. And the problem is with this team, this was more or less the same roster, just a different Byleth, more tenured Byleth, mind you. Things just did not mesh well for Detroit, especially in the leadoff department. Deku Baba went completely silent in year 2. Dan Dory. Now, don't keep in mind, Detroit is still alive. They can easily go on some sort of run, all that, but the odds are getting less likely as each round continues with a loss. Green Bay, they're now going to be 5-3 in their last 8 games. The Green Bay still has a potential going up with a possible run. Quadruple X, 1 KO. Hola Amigo, Young Thug, 2 KOs each. So we'll see what happens with these two teams, but Detroit, they're going to need to reevaluate things, maybe even retool during the offseason, assuming they miss the playoffs. Of course, teams could go on runs. Toronto, for example, 5-game win streak, but let's see. The last 2 games for Detroit, Robert mentioned they host the Natsuki Lovers, and round 18, oh shit. Okay, whoops, my bad. The commentator persona is breaking little. Detroit hosts the Time Zone Squad in round 18. Yeah, Detroit hosts the Time Zone Squad. It's looking very dire and drastic for Detroit right now. As for the other side, Green Bay, they will host Carbon Show's team in the next round. That's going to be their final home game. They go on the road at the Natsuki Lovers in round 18. But Detroit, it is all home games remaining for Detroit. The Time Zone Squad, they play on an Omega Forum field, so things could be different for the Time Zone Squad when they go on a battlefield form in Detroit. It's going to require a miracle for Detroit to make it into the playoffs. We'll just have to wait and see. Alright, with that being said, folks, 1 game remains, and it's going to be a fun one. So, if this game makes things more dire and drastic for a team to be eliminated in the next round, this one is the exact opposite. 456 Squadron versus Your Worst Nightmare. The winner will have a greater chance of advancing to the playoffs in the next round. The loser, they're still going to be very much in, but it's going to be a little bit harder for things to be clinched. We're going to see the 456 Squadron versus Your Worst Nightmare for the final match of the night when we return on the 1 AM channel.
Squad strike.
Welcome back to the Squad Strike Amiibo Draft League. For the final match of the night, we had the 456 Squadron versus your worst nightmare. So, if Toronto had lost in the previous round, the winner of this game would clinch a playoff slot. Instead, the winner will get a much better chance of clinching a playoff slot in the next round. We have not one, not two, but three potential candidates in the MVP race in the form of Cyber Sands, King Raru, and Media Fire. Cyber Sands, Media Fire, they belong to the Squadron. King Raru, he belongs to your worst nightmare. Entering this round, King Raru, 21 KOs for your worst nightmare. Cyber Sands, 20 KOs, a career best for him. Media Fire, also having a career best season. It is going to be 19 KOs for the Link. Alright, both of these teams right now in the standings, they are currently 9 and 6, occupying the 6 and the 8 seeds respectively. With, let's see, the Novas, they had played Buffalo. With losses from the Novas in mid-class, that plus we saw losses from, let's see, oh wait, no, JG won with 11 wins, not 10 wins, but we could possibly see the Squadron possibly make a potential push towards the top. We're going to have to wait and see for that. But this is going to be the last road game of the season for the 456 Squadron before we get to the playoffs. As for your worst nightmare, let's see. They're on the road here. Sorry, they're home, they go on the road, and they finish their season at home, where they will host Grand Army of the Republic. Alright, so, it's Captain Fun Size, Cyber Sands, MC Hammer, Media Fire, and Grayscale versus Eden, Zerby, King Raru, Chroma, and Shion. A heavy hitter match with three potential MVP candidates starts now. Trust me folks, leadoffs are important. The 456 Squadron in Season 2, they had the Hound, one of the most productive leadoffs back in that season. The Hound fell off after that season, and the Squadron didn't make it to the playoffs those seasons. The Squadron's trying to make it back to the playoffs for the first time since that Season 2, as Captain Fun Size, huge upgrade in the position for that team, replacing Error from last year. As for Eden, your worst nightmare, a leadoff change mid-season has been working out pretty solidly, as Captain Fun Size versus Eden will be the leadoffs for these teams. I will say this, if it does come down to the last Amiibo, I think your worst nightmare gets the advantage with the closer. Shion is an experienced veteran at the closer compared to Grayscale, who doesn't have much experience, struggles a little with the closing position, all that. If Grayscale continues to struggle, the Squadron can easily call up Crystal. Had a huge breakout season with them back in Season 2. Crystal's been riding the bench this entire year. It's 59-64 between these leadoffs though. But Eden gonna have the wing activated. 59-85. The Sephiroth comes back onto the stage. We see a snap attempt. It's gonna be 59, 79-85 right now. That's the yellow and the red Pikmin dealing damage on Eden. It's gonna be 87-100, but we do see a snap attempt. 87-100. That's gonna be a back throw. 100 each as the purple Pikmin barely goes above the Sephiroth. Forward throw again. 113-0. Do we see a down attempt here? We do! Cyber Sands gonna come out right now. He's been having a career best season, 20 KOs and counting for Obsessive Me Sword Fighter, as not one, but two of Obsessive Amiibo have been having career best seasons so far. Gonna be 36-128. We're gonna see down special 36-143 as Cyber Sands trying to get KO number 21. 36-157. We see Eden coming back. We are gonna wait and see. This is gonna be Fireball attempted, and there's KO number 21 for Cyber Sands. Zerby coming out for your worst nightmare. It's a small percent lead for your worst nightmare, but that is being increased right now, 72-0 as Zerby. He's been doing pretty solidly since being added to active roster, replacing the likes of some other Amiibo, but Zerby, he comes back onto the stage just barely. 72-48, we see the minecart attempted. 72-61 is now Cyber Sands the one racking up damage. It is 91-61 though, as Stone Tools. Oh, Iron is available for Zerby if he can get back onto the stage, but Stone Tools it is right now for Zerby. It's a down throw, we see the up air. Zerby alive for now at 91-99. We see a down smash from Cyber Sands. He is trying to go for 22. Can he get KO number 22? It's going to be a missed throw. It's a down special. 91-129. We see down be getting parried. We see down be missing. It's 91-145. Can Cyber Sands get it? It's a high, but it does not get punished. It's going to be missed anvil, and there it is! KO number 22 for Cyber Sands of the season. King Raru has 21, now going to come out. He can get his 22nd against Cyber Sands, unless Cyber Sands already has Raru at 46. 59, King Raru's off stage. He's going to come back on. It's 101-72. Wait, no. Don't tell me. It's 101-82. There's a chance he could go all the way, and he will go Will it be? Not yet. 106 to 116. This is not NFL primetime. You cannot say all the way unless someone gets KO'd. 106 to 128. We see a down smash. Cyber Sans does have the opportunity to get a third KO here. Can he get that third KO in this game? That would be huge for the squadron. 120 to 158. It would also make this a 4-2 lead for the squadron in the game they would want to win. 132 to 158. Up B, King Raru at 177. Down B is going to miss. We see an up throw here from the Link. Not able to get rid of the Mii Sword Fighter quite yet. Who wants a KO more? Two top candidates want this. 148, 197. King Raru still alive. It's going to be down special. No, it's a forward throw. And Cyber Sans has 3 KOs for the 456 squadron. And he's trying to rack up some more damage. But that neutral B is going to catch him. It's 165-15. The side B. That's going to be it for Cyber Sans. But he increases his KO count to 23. 0 to 29. As Cyber Sans is going to be one behind in the MVP race now. 25 to 37. He might actually be tied. 25, 30, 41 to 37. We're going to see side Bs being thrown. A 4 versus 2 being turned into a 4 versus 3. 41 to 46 right now is Chroma. Xion. If they want to win this for your worst nightmare, they need to increase their pace. MC Hammer. That Gordo barely misses, but it doesn't matter. Chroma falls short, and Xion is going to have a 1 versus 3. And keep in mind, the squadron, there is still J9K's Link Mediafire, another top contender over there. Mediafire wants to get his 20th KO of the season. It's going to be 87 to 20, 89 to 23. We are going to see down tilt, off smash, not quite enough quite yet. It's going to be 107, 110 to 43. We see side B, AMC Hammer 124, neutral B, it's going to land, it's going to kill! Mediafire comes out for the 456 squadron. See forward smash being shielded. Off smash, that's gonna land. 0 to 60 right now. Xion makes this 1 versus 3 and 1 versus 2, but there is still a lot of work left for this Byleth. The long tenured veteran closer was able to get one over Crony last round. It's 31 to 60. Another neutral B. That's gonna land. It is 63 to 60 right now. Xion, if she can get this KO right here, I mentioned this earlier, but it does come down to the last amiibo. I think Xion does get it over Grayscale. 88 to 60 right now. We see a side B miss. That one's gonna get parried. Up tilt from the Link. No up air quite yet. It is 95, 107 to 74. Both amiibo back onto the stage, but jab, jab, jab. 119 to 74. We're gonna see Mediafire back up to the stage. It's going to be a forward air. Sorry, forward throw. 126 to 74 right now as we're going to see the forward tilt not land, not quite yet. But this up smash right here, not enough to get rid of Xion quite yet, as she is a heavyweight character. Forward tilt, Mediafire, off stage. He's going to come back on. Down tilt miss. We see forward smash getting shielded. Jab, jab, jab getting shielded. Down tilt. Do we see the up air, the up smash? Not quite yet. Side B getting shielded. Down tilt. How about an up air here? Do we see an up air from Xion? We are going to wait. We're going to see. And not quite yet. A neutral B getting parried. Side special. Xion brings us down to the last amiibo. Can this be the 1 versus 3 that your worst nightmare needs? 10 to 95, 23 to 95. Grayscale at 35. Coming back on right now. We're going to see just off smash. It's going to miss. Down smash. Xion at 112. It's 35 to 112. Can Grayscale hold on for the 456 squadron? She is at 55. She's going to double switch back to Pyra. 55 to 112. And they will hold on. The 456 squadron gets this win over your worst nightmare as they win this one 5 to 4. Alright, the 456 squadron will get a win over your worst nightmare. Cyber Sans, 3 KOs to advance his MVP campaign to 23. King Raru gets shut down, but so does Mediafire. Xion, 2 KOs bring this down to the last amiibo, but ultimately it wasn't enough. Grayscale, despite my doubts, was able to hold on and win this for the squadron. It's a 5-4 victory for them. Let's take a look real quick. Let's take a look. I already mentioned the records of both teams when we had entered the 450 squadron. That's going to be their first double-digit win season since season number 2. We'll see if the squadron does have a clinch scenario in the next round, but I think with how things are, if the squadron wins, they are in. The squadron will finish their season with a home game at Cinnamon Splitters, and then another home game where they are going to host Amiibo Engage. That could be a fun one depending on how Amiibo Engage stands in these last 2 games. As for your worst nightmare, your worst nightmare will go on the road next round at Mid-Class Nation. They do finish their season at home against a struggling Grand Army Republic. So, your worst nightmare, they do have a slightly easier schedule compared to the squadron. We'll see if both teams can make it to the playoffs though, but I think your worst nightmare could still have an or scenario entering the next round. Alright, That's going to do it for round 16, folks. 2 rounds remain to the regular season. The MVP race continues to be the bloodbath that it is. I believe it's going to be tied at 23 between Cyber Sands and Fips. Cyber Sands, right here, 3-kill performance against your worst nightmare of the 456 Squadron. A big breakout season, as last year, Cyber Sands had his best career season, and that was only 12 KOs. So we'll see what happens. This team had finished their season last year on a 4-game win streak, and this team will have a chance to make it to the playoffs next round. They have not been to the playoffs all the way since Season 2, 3 seasons ago. On the other side of things, your worst nightmare. They do get this loss, they can bounce back easily, but the other side of the MVP race tied, Fips of the Boston Brawlers. Boston is still alive despite everything at this round. They will have one of those loss or X-win team scenarios, as Boston has to go on the road to Ottawa in the next round. That's going to be a tough match for the struggling franchise. Alright, Fips though, we'll see if we can get some late KOs, but Seraphim, he is one of those big threats, and depending on how far down Boston is, maybe even have to deal with Papaya. Alright, so that is it for tonight, folks. Thank you for coming. Round 17 is going to be on Tuesday night, playing for a start time approximately 8 or 9 Central Daylight Time. Yes, we are in Daylight Time, folks. Yes, I know some people interchangeably use CST, kind of like the this and that pronouns, but no, they are different things. The time zone, it is a 1 hour difference, and that 1 hour can mean a lot. But thank you guys for coming, folks. Round 17 on Tuesday, round 18 on Thursday to finish off the regular season. So let's see. No new teams got eliminated this round. Any team that could have been eliminated remains alive. The Chaos Corp does clinch a playoffs berth, so there are 5 teams now, 7 remaining to clinch those 7 remaining slots. But round 17 is going to be Amiibo Engage at the Critical Crashers. Oh, we got a big one afterwards. The Ditto Burritos versus the Time Zone Squad. The number 2 versus number 1 team when this round is over will have the Fantasy Feed Enthusiasts at Grand Army Republic. Your worst nightmare, they go on the road to Mid-Class Nation. We'll see the Cinnabon Splitters at the 456 Squadron. Buffalo at Miami, as Buffalo, they need some wins to go on a surge. Buffalo has an easy layup schedule with Miami, Boston in their last 2 games. We're going to see the Natsuki Lovers at Detroit. We're going to see afterwards Boston at Ottawa. We'll see Carbon Show's team at Green Bay. JG Wentworth at the Novas. And to close things out, the Chaos Corp versus Toronto. This roster order is not final for round 17. We might change the order of games from least significant to most significant depending on how we feel. So just a little heads up. There can be a change for round 17. Round 18 will always have a roster order change in terms of the games, all that, from least significant to most significant, but we might do that for round 17 too, as I'm forgetting how to actually pronounce significant. There's only one C in significant. Alright, but that's it, folks. Thank you for coming. We will see you on Tuesday, as 2 rounds remain to the regular season. On the Discord, we will be dropping some of those stats shortly, all that, so keep an eye on the Discord for pings for the standings, as well as who leads in the MVP race, as 2 rounds remain, folks. Will the record set by Pancakes back in Season 3 be broken? Cyber Sands, Fips, they are only 3 KOs away, but you're going to find out next time on the 1AM channel. Thank you for coming, folks.